In the summer of 1914, the world was on the brink of a cataclysmic event that would shape the course of history. It was a time of political tension and simmering rivalries among the great powers of Europe. On June 28, in the city of Sarajevo, an event unfolded that would become the catalyst for one of the deadliest conflicts in human history. This is the story of the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand of Austria and his wife Sophie, the casus belli of World War I. Sarajevo, the capital of Bosnia and Herzegovina, was a city teeming with ethnic and nationalist tensions. Archduke Franz Ferdinand, the heir to the Austro-Hungarian Empire, arrived on a sunny morning, unaware of the dark cloud that loomed overhead. As the Archduke's motorcade wound its way through the streets, a group of young Bosnian Serb nationalists, part of an underground organization called the Black Hand, plotted their audacious act of defiance against the ruling empire. Among these nationalist zealots was Gavrilo Princip, a young man driven by a fervent desire for liberation. Armed with a pistol and a heart full of conviction, he stood on the crowded street, waiting for the opportunity to strike. And then, as the Archduke's car passed by, fate intervened. A wrong turn led the motorcade directly into Princip's line of sight. In an instant, he raised his pistol and fired 2 shots that reverberated through history. Chaos erupted as the bullets found their mark. Archduke Franz Ferdinand and his beloved wife Sophie were fatally wounded. The atmosphere in Sarajevo shifted from anticipation to horror as the weight of the act sank in. The assassination sent shockwaves across the continent. Austria-Hungary saw the act as a direct challenge to its authority, a threat to its very existence. They demanded justice and retribution, and the world held its breath, knowing that the consequences could be dire. Austria-Hungary issued an ultimatum to Serbia, blaming them for the attack and demanding strict compliance with their demands. The response from Serbia fell short, leading to a rapid escalation of tensions and the subsequent declaration of war. The spark had been ignited, and the flames of war spread rapidly. One by one, nations joined the conflict, bound by complex alliances and a sense of duty. The world was plunged into a maelstrom of violence, marking the beginning of the First World War. The assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand and his wife Sophie was a turning point in history. It was the event that set the wheels in motion, awakening the dormant forces of nationalism, imperialism, and militarism that would plunge the world into chaos and reshape its future. The casualties would be staggering, the devastation unfathomable. The world would never be the same again. And all of it traced back to that fateful day in Sarajevo, when the shots of an assassin echoed through time. This is the story of how a single act of violence changed the course of history, setting the stage for a global conflict that would reshape nations and claim millions of lives. It is a reminder that the consequences of our actions, however small or significant, can reverberate far beyond our imagination. Please subscribe to my channel and follow me on Twitter and Facebook. Click the box on the left for more historical events.